Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about using Twitter and LinkedIn. These are two very powerful and very popular social media sites that can help you find jobs, connect with old friends, and much more. The link to this presentation, should you wish to view it without the audio, is tinyurl.com/Guilford Twitter LinkedIn. Let's start by talking about Twitter. So Twitter is a microblogging tool that was started in 2006. Microblogging is a way of communicating with other people where you just send short, quick thoughts frequently. So microblogs, tweets are perfect examples of microblogs because you would normally send one maybe once or twice a day, maybe more often if you're a more active user. Speaking of active users, according to Wikipedia, Twitter has 319 million active users. That's pretty tremendous. And on election day in 2016, 40 million tweets were sent on that one day alone. It's a very active sort of breaking news website, and we'll talk more about the pros and cons of that instant access to information in just a minute. So Twitter isn't actually the most used social media site out there, despite its popularity with sort of younger folks and academics. So there are reasons why you should be using Twitter, in my opinion. It's a really great way to do a variety of things depending on whether you're looking for a more personal communication tool or a more professional one. So if you're using it for personal purposes, it's a lot like Facebook in that you can keep up with friends and people that you care about. You could follow your favorite celebrities or maybe your favorite news outlets. You can share things very, very quickly, and there are special interest accounts all over the place. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, if you're a fan of maybe a particular department store or something like that, they all have accounts, or at least many organizations do. If you're using it for more professional purposes, it can be really great for joining ongoing conversations related to the work that you're doing or the field that you're in. You can share your ideas and you can get into that sort of arena of discussion with other people without having to necessarily know them. And it's very easy to share links on Twitter to your other pages as long as you stay within their 140 character limit count. So thinking about some of the pros and cons of Twitter, these actually come out of a Huffington Post article, but I wanted to just review a couple of them. I think probably the most important thing to consider is the instant access to information and to breaking news, because that can be a really great thing. That can also be a negative thing. It can be really great because if you need to know quickly what's going on, or if you're trying to find someone, check in with someone after a major event, that could be a really easy way to get in touch with them. But also the con of that is that a lot of times the news will break and it'll be sourced from sort of these not necessarily reliable, unverified information sources. And so if we don't think really carefully before distributing that information to other people, we could actually be sharing things that are false. So it's important to appreciate Twitter, but to be very careful with it because tweets go far and wide instantly. Now, if you want to learn more about how to use Twitter, how to create an account or build an existing account or take advantage of some of the cooler hidden features, you can definitely get in contact with me, and I'll share my contact information with you at the end of this video. But if you're interested, I've also embedded a tutorial here and linked to several other tutorials as well. Now let's talk about LinkedIn. So according to Wikipedia, LinkedIn started in 2002. It's a job networking site, and it's become more and more popular over the course of time in the last 13 years. They now have 106 million active users that come from 200 different countries. And it's a pretty significant tool. There are lots of interesting things that you can do with it. Why should you use LinkedIn? You can create a profile of yourself that includes work experience, volunteering, education, different organizations that you've been part of, if you've gotten any scholarships or awards, if you're a student. If you're an academic, you might put your publication history in there. They do have free basic accounts, and you can do quite a lot with those accounts. A few of the more advanced features you have to pay for, but I think most people tend to stick with the free services. And a lot of times they will suggest people to you that are on LinkedIn that you might have a mutual connection with, but maybe you would never have met them if you hadn't both been using the service. And it's also quite easy to see when people make changes to their profiles, when someone starts a new job or posts a new skill. Something that's not on here is that you can actually endorse people for skills. I could put on my profile that I'm good with social media, and if other people on the site know me and know that I have that skill, they can quote endorse me for that, and it shows up on my profile. So as with Twitter, there are pros and cons to using LinkedIn, and this does come from an article that I found on Cision.com. It's really easy to connect with people that you might not have seen for a very long time or might have sort of lost touch with. It's like a professional Facebook is what I've heard people say about it before. You can also find jobs and organizations if you're in the market for new opportunities. That's a really great tool to use. It does take a lot of time and a lot of effort to set up an account and really get it to sort of a robust state where people are going to be paying attention to it. So like I said, I'll be giving you my contact information after this. Please feel free to contact me and we can sit down and really kind of buff up your profile if it's something that you feel like it needs work. And again, some of the features are only available if you have what's called a premium account, but you really can do quite a lot with the free version. I want to point out two videos here. So this is how to create a killer LinkedIn profile. It's just a video sort of made by a third party that I found on YouTube that I really like. Also, LinkedIn has a fabulous YouTube channel. They've got lots of things on how to build your profile and how to use the service, but they've also got lectures from professional sort of career developers who can really give you some good advice on presenting yourself and doing interviews and job hunting and all the things that sort of go along with professional life. So I'd highly recommend that as a resource. Now this has been a very, very quick basic overview of LinkedIn and Twitter. I strongly encourage you to contact myself, Rachel Sanders, or another librarian at Heggie Library to get help setting up your account and really getting into sort of the details about how to make things as effective and as nice for you as possible on those platforms. So please do feel free to contact us. Thanks.